All right, so on this video, we are going to be covering settings, right? On the previous video, we talked about pages. This one is going to be about settings. So on our website, we are going to be looking into how we can do so much to setting our website. So under settings, which is at the left-hand side, to the bottom, you can see general, you can see writing, you can see reading, you can see discussion, you can see media, you can see permalinks, and you can see privacy. Now let's explore them individually and see how these settings, these submenus under settings can affect the functionality of our website, right? So let's click on general and see what's there and how we can use it to our advantage. So on general, you can see your blog, that is the site title, my blog. So now if this website is practice, if the name of this website is practice and I change this, that's what is going to appear on the front end. You can see this practice is changing. So if I go to this place and I click on refresh, you can see this is the title showing my blog, my blog. But because I have not saved it, you can see nothing is showing on the website. So if I go back and I change this to save changes, is going to appear on the front end of my website and it's going to be showing practice. Let's see. Let's refresh and see what happens. Look at my blog. Look at my blog. Let's refresh and see what happens. You can see practice, practice. So this is the title of our website. So the title basically it's what your website is all about. It could be your brand name, it could be your blog name or whatever you want to use. Then the tagline is just like a few words that explain what your site is all about. Just another website. I could say we learn and practice web design, web design, web design, right? Learn and practice web design. So if I click on save at the bottom here, we are going to see the effect on our website. It may not display here because we have not added something that will make it visible. But let's see if it will display. But we are going to get to the point where you can make your tagline appear. But let's first refresh. You can see it's not showing here. It's not showing here. But let's go to the bottom. Can you see? Learn and practice web design. That's the what the tagline of our website, right? Now let's go back to choose a site icon. What is site icon? This is what you see in the browser tabs, bookmark tabs within the WordPress mobile app, right? Now, if you take a look at this website here, can you see? Look at this logo here. Look at this logo. Look at this logo, SM, SM, right? Can you see it? You can see this logo. You can see YouTube logo. You can see ChatGPT logo. This is what we are referring to the site icon. And I think it's the same thing that is referred to as site favicon. Let's choose and see. Do you have any image here? Yes, we have an image here. Let's use this image and see what happens. Remember, this is supposed to be your site logo, so you are supposed to use the right thing. Can you see? This is going to appear. So let me click on crop image and let's save and see what happens. By the time we go to this section, we'll work on the full website. We'll be able to do the right thing. But right now, we are just trying to explore. So if you are creating your website or maybe working for someone, you can adjust your website the right way using these settings. So let's refresh and see what happens here. Look at this. Look at this. Can you see it has changed? It has changed. It's showing that icon initially now, right? So that's how you can change your website icon, favicon, right? Now, WordPress, you don't touch this. You don't touch this. You can change the administrative email, no problem. But this thing here, don't touch it. Just leave it the way it is. Then new user role can just ignore this. If this time zone, if these are language is working with you, go ahead with it. If you want to change it to your language, it's just to decide. Then the time zone, you can decide to choose the right time zone for your website, right? I'm going to change this to +1 or UTC1, whatever. This is not GMT, this is UTC. So ensure you are using the right time zone so that you don't change it to what is wrong. Then the date format, I can leave any of this or customize it. Then time format and see. That's all about what? General, right? That's all about general. Then the next thing is what? Writing. The next thing is writing. If I click on writing now, if I click on writing, you're going to see that I have default post category. So if I want to categorize my post, you can see if I want a default categories for my post, I can just select the default category where once I publish this post, once I am working on my website, this is what is going to be displaying. If I'm publishing anything, this is the first category that is going to be displaying. Now let me click on this and see. Let's change. Let's click on changes and see what happens on our website. If it's going to affect any change on our website. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go to blog. Okay, nothing is happening on that blog. Let's see. Sample page. Do we have any sample page? Okay, okay, I think something is happening. Okay, look at this. The moment I select on what? Facebook. Facebook, okay, I think Facebook was initially showing first, right? Facebook was showing first. Let me change this and see what happens. Let's see. Okay, I think we'll get to see the essence of this later, but then you can select your default post category, right? This is where you do the selection, or you can select uncategorized. Then the default post format, right? You can choose any format you want, but just leave it on the standard if you don't know more about them. Then leave these things. Don't touch anything here. Don't touch. That's all about this. Then you can click on save changes once you are done with these first two. So for the rest, just ignore every other thing here until you know much about them. Then the next thing here is reading. Next thing here is reading. So on this reading, I can show your latest post or a static page. Now, this is the home page of the website. For instance, if I visit this website, which is what? practice.smevilla.com, which is our login, sorry, our domain name, you can see this is what is showing. It is the blog post that is showing. Now, if I decide to change it to a static page and I want to select home page, you can see if I select home page as my static page, so that the moment you visit this domain, is this static page, home page, this one here, that will display, right? This is what will display. But right now, if I type the website, you can see it takes me to the home page. But by the time I will save this, if I go down and I save this, this changes, it's going to change to home page. So this time around, if I load this, what is going to show is the home page, no longer block. Can you see? So this is how to make a page static on your website so that once they visit a particular domain, that is exactly what they will see. Then I can select post page. I can create a page that my post to be going into. So if I create a page as maybe, if I create a page as blog, it means it is under blog that all my post content will be published. So now let me go to all pages and let's create a new page. If I create a new page and I title it as blog, if I title this page as blog, blog, and I publish it, I can decide to select a blog style if I want. Uh, Maybe something like this, and just go ahead and save it. All right, let's go back and see what happens. Let's see what happens. You can see this is a blog. So let's go back to settings and on writing. Was it writing? I think it was reading, not writing. Yeah, it was reading. Reading. Now you can see under this post page, if I select blog now and I save it, you see what will happen. Let's go back and refresh this so that blog will appear on the menu. You can see this blog, right? Now, if I click on blog now, let's see what happens. You can see all the content have been transferred to the blog page because I selected that blog page to be the main page or the default page where all the posts to be published. Like I defined pages earlier, pages makes up a website. So we have different pages here: blog page, home page, privacy page, sample page, making up a website. Without all these pages, there will be no website, right? So that's how to what uh, go with these settings. So once you are done, you just click on settings. The rest say you can just ignore them if you don't have idea about them, right? Then the next thing here is discussion. Discussion. Under discussion, you can see we have different settings here. You can read through. These are very simple. It's more about moderating your content and so on. So you can just check through this and see the ones you can maybe go ahead with, or you can ignore them, right? Uh, but then I'm going to ignore them because I this is actually not really essential right now for me. Then on media, you can work on your media, like the size. The sizes, the listed sizes below determine the maximum dimension it pays to use when adding an image to a library. So now, if you set a maximum size here, right, it means uh, once you upload, this is the maximum size that will be uploaded to your website or to your media library, right? You can see the thumbnail size. This is thumbnail size here. You can see medium size, large size, and organize my uploads into month, year based folders. You can decide to leave this or ignore this, but then you can explore of this and understand this better or just ignore it. But there's nothing much on this, right? You can just leave the default one if you don't know much about that, because I don't use them personally. Then the next thing here that is very important is permalinks. Now, if you look at the, let's say, if I click on this Facebook, at the top here you can see the title or the link to this post is showing 2015, 2025, 01, 11, Facebook. Now, if you go back to this place, you can see day, name, that is date and name. That is why you can see the title of this. And these are not really making sense. So what I will do is I'll change it from this uh, day and name to custom structure or post name. I'll prefer post name. I'll click on post name, then I'll come down and save. That is all about these permalinks. I'll save it. By the time I refresh this page, you can see the title here will change. Okay, I think it's not giving me what I wanted. Yeah, it's now let's click on Facebook and see. You can see it's now Facebook. So this makes it very simple and easy not to add numbers into a title. So that's that. Permalink is very important. If you are setting up a website, that's the first thing you go to. Permalinks is the first thing you go to set. Then the next thing is privacy. On this privacy, you can see uh, you can create a new privacy page, right? Or you can change your privacy policy page. You can change this from the default one to another one if you have a privacy page, right? This is very important for every website. Then you can see policy guide. You can read the policy guide here, right? These are the templates. This template contains a suggestion. So you can just go through who we are. This is a sample privacy page. So you can just go through this sample page and create. You can use ChatGPT to create. You can use ChatGPT to create, or you can just write it down if you are good, but just ensure you make use of these templates. And that's all about settings, right? We are going to be exploring more as we start working on our website. But then the next option is going to be plugins. What are plugins? How can plugins help us in building and managing our website? That's what we are going to be discussing on the next video.